So Mitch, you've brought us this beautiful car.
Have indeed.
And all these parts.
Yes.
Are you expecting us to fit them for you?
Absolutely expecting to fit them for us. I mean, we're all car guys and we really love cars, and some of us have got our own cars that we've worked on, but we really wanted to grab a car that we could work on and pull together as a bit of a team, and something that we could have a bit of fun with, take to a track and work with some of the really good people that we've worked with over a number of years now to pull together, you know, a pretty awesome car.
Tell me about the car. Where's this come from?
Okay, so the car was is a little bit of a weird one. Obviously, it's not a common car that people turn into track cars. So it's a 2008 Audi S3. It was actually an ex-staff member's car, and they were looking to get rid of it. We thought it was a really good base for us to start with. You know, it had a few Ks on it, but ultimately it was a pretty quick car. It's pretty nice, and you know, working with the likes of yourself, it's a good way to be able to get this thing up to something that's track ready for not a lot of money. So that's the reason we went with something like this.
Okay, you've not brought us a dog, have you?
Absolutely not. Well, I hope not. That's for you to tell us, I guess.
Okay, maybe we'll have a little dig and find out.
We're going to take a detailed look at the parts that are going to be going onto the Project S3 build. First of all, we'll start from a stopping power perspective. We have a set of DBA 4000 series rotors, both front and rear, and they will be paired with extreme performance pads. From a suspension side of things, we'll be putting a set of Petters extreme adjustable coilovers on all four. Into the cooling side of things, we will be looking at a front mount intercooler along with a cold air intake. TurboSmart have given us a blow-off valve, which we'll also be installing into that engine bay in the later part of the series. From a clutch perspective, Extreme Performance have given us a single mass flywheel clutch, which is going to be excellent when we're mashing those gears down the straights when we finally get this thing onto a track. From a servicing perspective, both HSY and Liquid Moly have given us all the essentials to get this car's baseline all up to scratch. Moving on to the second part of the suspension and the things that will really firm this car up and make it really nice and track ready. Whiteline have given us a bunch of things to install to the car, sway bars, and the likes. And last but not least, moving on to the exhaust side of things, we will be installing a downpipe along with a full exhaust system.
I think the bits and bobs that we've got here can make it a really, really fun track car.
Yeah.
But also really nice to drive on the street as well. We don't want to turn it into a complete pig.
Yeah. We
want it to still be drivable. So that's where I think this selection of parts is going to work really, really well. And obviously we'll tune it appropriately as well.
So, other than our awesome project, I noticed that you've got a few of your own little toys in here. It'd be good to get a bit of a run through of what you've got, especially on this Golf here. I've seen some exciting news on that this week that I think you'd love to talk about, I have no doubt.
Well, we do like to have a bit of fun here as well, and yeah, we've got a few project cars in at the moment. So, look, probably the one that's had the most attention, it is my own car, is the 7.5 R.
Yep.
So this particular vehicle, 2018 vehicle, so most recent model. This is the one that everyone's buying at the moment. Yeah, we kind of wanted to do a bit of a stage 3 project on this one.
Yep.
So it's got basically all the bolt-ons that your car's getting.
Yep.
And we put a bigger turbo on it as well. So this has got a Turbo Technics V5.
Yep.
And last week we actually had the opportunity to try it out. So we went down to Calder Park Raceway,
yep.
Drag strip, and we managed to fire it down a quarter mile in 10.8 seconds.
Pretty impressive time.
Which was great, really, really good. First outing, shows the potential of the turbocharger and what we can do on the platform as well. So, we love these new vehicles. It's, it's something people are really, really interested in. It's new technology, it's new innovation. I think people are starting to recognise our brand across Australia,
yep.
and what we're capable of doing. So that's the trick, really. It's not hard to turn a car into something that's really fast, but it is really hard to keep that drivability. And that's our absolute #1 focus as well.
So Alex, can you tell us why it's so important to do a stock dyno run prior to doing a bunch of modifications on the car?
We want to get a really nice baseline figure off the car. We want to see what it's doing, we want to check it's healthy. So we'll look at boost, we'll look at ignition timing, and correction, and also we'll look at the lambda as well, the fuel. Put the probe in the tailpipe at the back.
Yep.
And if all of that checks out, we've got a really good number that we can go off as a starting point. And then from there we can make our big change.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think the car's going to make stock? I mean,
oh look, she's an old girl,
yeah,
but I've got hopes. I think she'll do well. This car is the same as a Mark 6R.
yeah,
They make about 140 to 150 at the wheels, but actually having a manual car, sometimes you see numbers a little bit higher. So
okay,
I'm crossing my fingers for you, but if everything goes well, around that 140, 150 mark.
awesome. All right, let's get into it.
All right. So that went really well. We did about 3 runs on the dyno.
Yeah.
I was just looking to see if the car was unhappy at full throttle. It looked pretty good. It made really good power.
Yeah, good.
164 kilowatts. I suspect that's in part to do because it's manual,
Yeah.
but mostly to do with the fact that it's a really healthy vehicle. So it's making boost pressure, it's asking for boost, it's making boost, it's not knocking. It pulled about 3 degrees at the top, but that was at the end of the last run. It was getting hot, it's a standard car, you'd expect that.
Yeah.
And all the fuel trims look really good, lambda was nice, so I think we've got a really good base here. We should have some fun with it.
Absolutely.